It was just blue. Go back to blue. All right. Um, oh, that's my problem. So, vector math. I'm not going to get super into vector math. I'm just going to do the easiest example because in a Cartesian machine, it is usually this easy. So, vector math. All right. So, here's the sitch. We got our coordinate system, bonk. Oh, whoopsie daisies. Let's make that a little bit straighter. There we go. We got our coordinate system, and now let's do this. Let's say we've got a line in our x-axis, and we'll say that that's actually straight. And we're going to say that that's 4 units. And then we're going to say we've got a line here, and we're going to say that this is 2 units in our y-axis. So let's label this x and y. All right. So we're saying that these are movement speeds. Maybe this is 4 meters per second and this is 2 meters per second. The units don't really matter. But we're saying that this is movement speed. So what happens is we move at this speed in the x-axis and this speed in the y-axis, and these two vectors essentially add together, and we get this kind of speed here. Bonk. Right, something along those lines. That's our resultant speed. And so this is just a triangle, right? Just a triangle. That's a bad triangle. I promise I can draw straight lines. Okay, that's good enough. Right triangle. Here, I'll show you it's right triangle by doing that. There we go. And so what do we know? Well, we know that this is 4 units and this is 2 units. So, how do we get around this guy? Well, let's do green. That's right. Pythagorean theorem to figure out what the resultant speed is. Them. Good enough for theorem. Here we go. There. Now it's officially an abbreviation. Anyways, so what's that tell us? Well, we know a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So, what do we got to do here? Well, we know we can say this is our a and this is our b, so we'll say 4 squared plus 2 squared equals c squared. And now we just want to get c to find this value here. Right? So we'll call it c. So c equals the square root of 4 squared plus 2 squared. And so we'll work this out, and it comes out to be 4.47 equals c. So just a reminder here, your hypotenuse here is always going to be the longest side of your triangle, and so that means that your resultant speed, if you're moving in 2 axes, is always going to be, right, not in one axis or the second axis, but in kind of the combination of the two. So what that means is if we were making these both at the same speed, right, if this is 2 and 2, this resultant speed would be higher than 2, which can be a problem that you might have to address.